The time I got to Master Tier was so much better than either of my graduations. Like, allegedly, getting that diploma is one of the moments in life you're gonna cherish. It's up there with getting married or having a kid or something. But see, I wouldn't know that. I'm a League of Legends player. I'm not doing all of that. My goal in life, high elo, baby, let's fucking go! That sweet, sweet nectar of plus 20 elo being better than my fucking graduation isn't really a high bar. I graduated high school in the pandemic, so I deadass sat on my fucking couch with the fit on in a Zoom call, waiting for my name to get called like I was some bum second round NBA draft pick. Shit was boring. The most fun part was the split second it's all over. I checked Discord and the boys are all logging on to the fucking sweatshop. Our sweatshop was when they would be like 7 or 8 guys in a Discord call or solo or duo queuing, and we would just be in that call playing from like dusk till dawn. It was so fucking, that was a cesspool, to be honest. College was boring too, but that was mostly my fault. Like, since I was doing pandemic college, it was like all online courses, so I was on the ranked grind until my college said, okay, fuck you, you can't be pure online, you have to go to campus to take your classes. So I was like, I was basically home for like 2-ish years. So at that point I had like a year or something left of college, and I basically made 0 friends and spent most of my time fucking sweating it out on the Rift. Wow, this guy's a fucking loser, isn't he? Jesus Christ. I think Riot shouldn't allow kids under the age of like 18 to play rank. There might be genuinely crack cocaine laced into the plus 21 LP victory screen. That is something dangerous for adults. What more than little children? And I was one of those victims. To this day, I have no explanation besides human nature for why I spent 6 years of my godforsaken life grinding the fuck out of this shitty little game. Like, I don't know what compelled 13-year-old Hardsuck to be like, I wanna be gold. Maybe it was the fact that all my friends are bragging about it, or maybe it was so I could get good quicker and get on their level. Like, oh fucking, either way, it was not worth the squeeze. Do you know how much hours I have in League? I have no actual metric because my region servers are handled like doo-doo dog shit, so we have never had like op.gg. But here's a site that tracks your data since like 2018, and look at this. Look, 5,000 hours. That's 6 fucking months. You know what I could be doing in that time? Oh no, a quick Google search. It takes 6 months to do fucking fire school to become a firefighter. Yeah, in the time I spent playing League of Legends, I could have learned how to save lives. Instead, I became a sweaty elo goblin living in my pigsty of a room for 10 hours a day just slamming that League of Legends ranked pack. Did I learn anything? I mean, if you think freezing lanes, rotate timers, jungle pathing, creative slurs, regional fucking death threats, how to get seethingly angry at a few pixels on the screen and the fucking brain dead fucks behind them, like, if you just rotate, you brainlit mother-
I wish I could do this, by the way, in game. I wish I could perma G-Note him. I wish my G-Note could hit allies.
If you think those are useful skills, you'd be lying because they don't go on a resume. Wait, someone put them on their LinkedIn? Yo, that's crazy, bro. But for real, League is supposed to be fun because you improve at the game. Like, with the amount of info there is, the more you can gather and use to your advantage, the easier it is to play the game. So I think the people that would enjoy this game are the gamers who like that progression of learning. Being able to take the losses and actually like looking at it and be like, okay, I understand what I did wrong here and this is how I can improve. It just so happens that that is not a very wide variety of gamers. Like, by design, free to play, not pay to win games need to attract a wide audience to stay alive. So this game is being marketed to more gamers than just the optimized heads. I'll grant it to Riot, making interesting champion designs, propping up their esports scene, and a whole fucking one of the best shows ever to promote their game is great marketing. It just so happens that you're marketing a like competitive game to a casual audience, and that means the like frustrating elements of this game are gonna be even more frustrating to them who are just trying to like have fun at the game. Because if you want to stick around in League, you have to learn how to hang with the sweats. And to do that, you gotta become a degenerate yourself.
If you leave top, your tower goes. You have to just sit there. It's so fucking shit tier. It is complete ass cheeks, this game you guys play. Holy fuck, it's bad.
Like, I'm not sure if I'm someone this game was made for, but I know for sure I stopped being when my goal was just to get gold. Like, when you're slamming ranked game after ranked game back to back, you're not actually like learning anything. And it took me a while, and I'm sure I could have cut out a few months of grinding if I actually like thought about what I needed to improve on. But instead, like most League of Legends players, when you lose one game, you instantly fall down the tilt Q spiral.
Guess we gotta play one more.
Alright. Fucking hate you so much, man. I'm gonna play one more.
I know tilt Q is just a common thing for humans to fall into. Like, you take one loss and instantly feel like you have to get it back, but you then fail to realize that with your mental state, it's not something you're psychologically ready to do. And especially with a game like League where you need to be using your brain, you turning into this little child filled with Red Bull and rage, you're not actually like improving and thinking about what you need to be doing. You're just brute forcing your elo gain. This game needs a healthy mindset so you can see who is actually at fault. When you look at games objectively, It's clear to see who was being a brain-dead bonobo in your games. Was it a teammate's fault or was it your fault? So you know what habits to keep and what to improve on. When you tilt Q, you just throw that out the window and see every mistake and not met pick and int as a thing that makes your elo number go down. Playing ranked for this game was just me being a grumpy adolescent kid, and looking back, that was not worth it. When your goal for playing a game is just ranking up, you become the most degenerate, miserable person on the planet. You're basically just wasting your free time playing this game. But somehow, that wasn't even the lowest I was going to get. Eventually, I got gold. I mean, how could you not? The Nautilus box is like the size of Texas and its knockup is point and click. So I started playing less and less rank, and everything was fine. The occasional game while I was waiting for the 5-stack to form so we could just troll around the norms, it was fun. I was beginning to not care. That was till the end of my senior year in high school. My batch was organizing a esports tournament for the whole school. And since so many of us played League, we were like, let's just add it to the roster of games. One of my friends was thinking about making a team, but the only problem was the other team in our year had formed already and they've gotten the only active jungler that was in our grade. Now, I was a support main, but being in gold put me in the top 10 out of maybe, let's say 20 people that played League in our year. So I guess they figured if they just off-roll me, I'd adapt because I was good enough, air quotes. So I started my jungle grind and it was an interesting experience. I was actually playing the game like it was intended to be played. I was grinding, not to rank up, but actually learn what I could be doing better. The games I played, the elo I lost, it didn't matter to me because the big picture was not how much elo can I get. It was improve for the tournament. This was pure League as the devs intended, and it was fun. I was watching videos where I got into tier lists and how to actually play the game properly, rotations, map timing, stuff like that. And on paper, the team I was on was the strongest. We had 2 of the 3 people that were diamond in our batch, and the rest were around gold and played very consistently. We were winning most of our scrims, especially against the other favorite of the tournament, which was the other team in our year. So as fate would have it, we meet in the grand finals, and what should have been an open and shut case for us ended up being my League of Legends villain story. Sorry for the really bad quality, this is ripped off fucking Facebook streams, and you know how big Zuckerberg gets. My team is 3LS and the enemy team is BBG, I'll just indicate it on the thing, and I'm always a jungler, so just look for the really scuffed smite icon.
Okay, and we are live here at the League of Legends Grand Finals. Today we have 3 lock screen players versus Big Bang Galaxy.
They spotted it. They're getting ready. The Ornal comes in. Oh my god!
The Malphite off, and 3
Medic Man misses a stun again!
It's 1-on-1. Both teams getting 1 pickage. Hinamiaju, he takes on Medic Man. Medic Man goes down. But Potara gets on the game. And 1 more from BBG.
Right, forcing the Zonias now. The Ornal is free. It's free.
The Ornal gets off, and so does the Turret off, but it's out deleted again. The stun from Turret.
Oh my gosh!
Fleblord goes down. That's the fight for BBG. He's mounting!
Out to far. That's the
Just after the CSGO finals, Afon's immediately forced into a League finals, and already his hair is gone. Oh, Nick's gonna go in, and he misses the stun. Another Moses! And Moses leaves.
Giovanni goes in. The X off is on the C9 Fleblord.
But it's all because now gets the hook. Sejuani's gonna go down early. And that's another one. Medic Man! And he's down!
He's standing still and he's still missed! He's not even moving!
And this might be a
I think the
GG.
game is supposed to be BG.
You are right, Omniscient Observer. This might be a GG indeed.
3 lock screen players. Oh, are we gonna see it? The hook! He misses again! And Medic Man will go down! Kaisa's gonna follow suit! Jolino does too much damage!
I doubt that. Oh, the hook hits!
Oh, with the hook! Oh, but the hook, he finally hits, but it's too late, there's not...
He's doing his best, but there's nothing.
That's the game! And
Is this the game? This might be the game.
I guess indeed, that's the game
The
right
GGs are
there.
coming out. Hope Magnus kept the game. He's out of the ballpark. 8K, 8K. Choose me, choose me. 8K, 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 8K.
There's this funny fact in retrospect. In the years after this, the team that we lost to would go on to take League very casually or just quit the game altogether. while my team proceeded to become the people with the highest ranks in our batch. For me, I don't mind losing. I was used to losing tournaments at the time. I was also like an athlete. I wasn't good at the sport I was playing, but I liked putting time into it. I liked competing. I liked the process of getting better. What I hated is not having the chance to prove I wasn't a loser. And this is my last year at the school. There probably wouldn't be another tournament, so League of Legends solo queue became the only outlet I could prove that I didn't give up on this game, because I really just needed to feel like I didn't waste my time, like I wasn't giving up. And so all the lessons of appreciating the game and learning from every loss were gone to me, and all that mattered now was proof that I am not someone that quits. So I played more and more. I switched back to support. I expanded my champ pool. I started consuming knowledge like a motherfucker. And I became that sweaty gamer that you should hate. The one that plays too much and knows enough to sound smart but not enough to actually like make it. And I got angry. As you know, in every League of Legends game, the more you know, the more you can see about the game, and the more you just realize how much people are doing wrong. And every mistake grated at me because there are so many, especially in fucking the godforsaken Diamond Elo. And so you do that over and over again, and you just become the worst kind of person. This video was really just an excuse for me to get something off my chest. While I was slogging through the sweaty pits of Diamond, the Elo god decided to put this guy that was plugging his YouTube channel on my team. I was like, okay, I don't really mind as long as he performs. So he shouted out in all chat at the beginning of the game, and then proceeded to have the most horrible, like actually R-ratedly disgusting stat line, and we just lost off this guy's turbo in. And then he had the audacity to shout out his channel after getting picked late game, which resulted in us losing. And I went in on him. I don't usually type, but I said some foul things. Not like gamer slurs, but like actual hurtful shit. Like the fact that he should give up on his dream of doing YouTube, and if he was this bad, no one was actually going to watch his stuff. And he didn't even flame me back. He just sad-faced and said like he enjoyed doing YouTube and people will watch him if he was entertaining enough. And I was off a bender of so many bad games, so I just kept going off on this guy until the game ended, and then I had to sit with that. And I sit with that memory to this day. At the time, I hadn't started YouTube. I was too scared to admit to myself that that was something I wanted to do. But now that I have, I fully understand what he was going through. And if I got that insult, I probably would never have done this. Insulting someone's dream is, I think, maybe worse than any death threat or slur that can get thrown your way. And it is something that has haunted me to this day. I don't remember their ID, but I know that was a fucked up thing to say. So, I don't know. If you're watching this for somehow, and you remember that, my bad. I'm sorry. That's not something I'll ever get to take back. It made me realize, like, this game, this need to prove myself and get funny internet points had made me someone I didn't want to be. Someone that was angry enough at a stupid game to insult someone about something I myself wanted to do. It took me a bit after that. A lot longer than I'd like to admit, but eventually I just quit. I just stopped playing ranked and only really played League when my friends wanted to play norms or if I wanted to kill some time on A-round. There are things about League that I actually enjoy, but the person playing ranked made me is not one of them. Like, I know it's annoying when your parents are like, it's because of those stupid games of yours, but sometimes it really is. To people that are grinding ranked for no reason other than to rank up, I hope you ask yourself why. Granted, you're not trying to go pro, like, do you actually enjoy this game, or are you just doing it to prove it to yourself that you can do something? Because there are a lot of more productive ways to find out that you can do something, and especially if this grind turns you into someone angry, someone you wouldn't want to talk to if they were in your game, I think you really need to consider why that is, and if that's really worth still playing the game over. But that's not where the story ends. There was this summer in like maybe 2023, 2024 where my entire friend group was in college. It was summer, so half of them had a break, so they took a trip to Japan, and the other half were getting their ass cheeks stuffed by college workload. I, being the little broke goblin that I am, was left in an empty Discord server with only one of my friends that was consistently active. He's actually the top laner from the team before that I played with, and since we were both on break and everyone else was out, we said, fuck it, let's just hop back on ranked. I hadn't played ranked in like almost a year at that point, so when we were placed in Emerald, I was getting like plus 24, plus 25 because of my decayed Diamond Elo. And we were really just dicking around. We were both good enough to win games without taking it seriously, but this was not a ranked grind I was familiar with.
Oh, these guys probably thought I was
Holy
fucking
shit.
fucking shit.
I was
man.
watching. I'll actually clip that. I'll actually clip that. Like, We were just laughing and losing sometimes and not really minding, and somehow we got back to Diamond. We finished that stint with my account going from unranked to like D4, and then everyone came back and our Discord was alive again. We were just playing other games and regular 5-man on norms. But I figured, if I'm gaining this much, why don't I try to see if I can get past Diamond this time? I had 2 rules for myself. The first is something I call the 2 max rule. Essentially, I can only play a maximum of 2 games per session, but if I lose any of those 2 games, I stop instantly and go do something else. This would stop me from tilt queuing at all and make sure I don't just spend my life no-lifing this game. The second rule was to take it as unseriously as I can. If it can be helped, be in a Discord call with the boys talking about something really stupid. Who's Hawkeye's brother? Si Hawknose. And if not, just throw something on second monitor, like a show or a podcast or some fucking whatever you want. Just things to distract you from tilting the fuck out. And suddenly I was like skyrocketing through the ranks. Sure, getting the fat juicy 24 LP helped a lot, but just as much was being able to actually not take the game seriously. Like, being able to accurately assess how to win games after you lost lane is a lot easier when your friends are trying to logic their way around. If you had to fuck 2 people with the combined age of 30, how would you split those ages? You'd think it would make it harder, but I really do think looking at the game with a more positive mindset and just not really focusing on all the negative things that happened is so much more beneficial to climbing than actually logging in and being super critical of the game, especially when you're someone that's prone to tilting. So, on some random afternoon while I sat on Discord listening to my friends talk about how to build a computer, I won the game that sent me into Master Tier. And this was it. The high elo I always wanted. For the rest of my life, I can say I was in the top 0.1% of players in my region, even if it is some shitty backwater one. And I felt okay. It wasn't some big joy, it also wasn't some disappointing letdown, it was just the realization of, oh, all this time the answer was not locking in. It was locking out? And I think it was a better feeling than graduation because it actually felt like I grew from something. My first thought when I saw the Master Tier symbol was, I wonder what's for dinner. In the past, all my ranked goals I had me going on like an immense pop-off, like a throat-breaking victory screech, but now I just didn't care as much. To get a little fake deep, I suppose, I think for me the whole ranked grind was just a demonstration of the sunk cost fallacy. I have played this game so much for so long, I have so many more hours than my peers, I know so much more information, so success shouldn't just be a certainty, it should be owed to me cosmically by life because I'm putting in all this effort to get this. And every day that proves my hard work isn't paying off is just more anger to add to the fire of why. But that's just how it is. The lesson I was tempted to learn from this was the whole love finds you when you least expect it. Like, I got to this high elo on some random Thursday afternoon when I stopped wanting it, but that isn't really the case. I'd spent the time working for it. I learned so much in the years it took me to get there, and the only thing I never really had was the mindset. I think people believe anger means passion, like somehow the more worked up you get about something, the more you love the game. But really, I think in the moment when you play the game, tilt, anger, emotion is something you need to tune out. It's so much easier to make rational decisions when you're not angry about everything that has gone wrong. So if the way for you to achieve that state is not to take the game seriously and just vibe with the homies on Discord, I do think you should do it, or at least try, because it helped me. I suppose what I'm saying is it's not that deep, but I get if it is. I've been there. But consider, human nature is to move the goalpost. Once you have something you want, to feel the ecstasy of having it again, you try to do something even harder. And that goes on and on forever. And if that's the case for you, really think about if you're enjoying the process to getting it. Because this, playing all these games, I don't think it's something I truly enjoyed. It was something I did. There were games where I had fun and they were satisfying, but at the end of the day, this was just some random goal for me to reach. I guess the thing I really grew out was lack of purpose. There was nothing behind getting this rank but ego. This was something I was pushing myself to do out of spite. It was more a distraction than an actual goal. I guess the thing I'm saying is actually enjoying the games you play is what matters. And once you stop enjoying them, then maybe consider stop playing. This master tier felt more like an ending than anything else in my life. Like I spent so much of my fucking existence trying to get this thing, and I got it in the most unconventional way possible because no one is advising you to not really care about the game, to just try to tune everything out and just be happy playing it. But I suppose that's the goal of every game, like just enjoy it. So yeah, I guess the lesson is just enjoy it. But God, I really wasted so much of my time playing this fucking game when I'm so old and I was playing Nautilus Q, Rel W, Rel WR, oh my god, I'm so good, ooh, look at me, I know baby, ooh, yeah, God, ooh, baby, burn, disco inferno, burn, baby, burn.